Welcome back to Michael's house, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to replace your shower fan from a simple switch like this to a timer switch like this. This timer lets you have the peace of mind to set it and forget it, ensuring that all the unwanted moisture is vented out of your house. Not adequately letting your bathroom fan run after a shower can increase the chances of mold growth, creating a harmful environment for not only you, but your family as well. This is my current bathroom setup. The switch on the wall is what controls the fan, and that's the switch that we'll be replacing today. Now, before we begin, I wanted to give a disclaimer that to complete this install, we're going to need to do some electrical work, and I am not a licensed electrician, and if you're not familiar with electrical work, I would highly recommend hiring a professional. Now, getting started with the repair. This is the exact model of switch that I'll be installing. It's a Leviton model, and it's called Decora. Now, before starting, we're going to need to do a quick check to ensure the fan is under the amp rating of the switch. As you'll see in the instructions, the amp rating of the switch is 9.8 amps, and taking a closer look at the fan, the amp draws 1 amp. So since we're under the amp rating of the switch, we're safe to proceed. The first thing we're going to need to do is turn off the power at the breaker. After that, it's always a good check to try the switch to ensure there's no power to the circuit. Next, we're going to need to take off the faceplate and additional screws holding the switch in the electrical box. Once that's done, what we'll see is a black, white, and green or bare wire. The black wire is the hot wire, which carries current from the breaker panel. The white wire is the neutral wire, which provides a return path for any unused electricity. And the bare, or sometimes green wire, is the grounding wire, which carries electricity to a grounding wire in the case of a ground fault. In your switch receptacle box, there should be 2 hots, 2 neutrals, and 2 grounds. Next, we're going to have to remove the existing wiring. First, remove electrical tape on the switch if you have any. This is pretty common in older homes when the receptacle boxes are made out of metal. Next, unscrew the wire nuts like so. Lefty loosey and righty tighty. On the switch, you'll notice that there are 2 screws that fasten in the hot wires. Simply take a screwdriver and unscrew to your left, and that'll unloosen the wires. You'll notice the wires are curled around these screws to keep them more secure. Since we'll be using wire nuts for this next install, you'll need to straighten those out. Since this is a simple switch, it doesn't matter which black is connected to hot and which is connected to load. I'll be using wire nuts to make up all the connections. Simply connect one black to one black on the switch and the other to the other black. Keep in mind, for some applications, such as installing a GFCI outlet, you will have to pay attention to which side is connected to the hot and which side is connected to load. But like I mentioned, because this is only a simple switch, this will not impact our installation, and this is further described in the switch manual if you're interested. For the neutrals, connect all 3 together and complete the same for the grounds. You may have noticed that I'm using all yellow wire nuts, and that is intentional. These yellow wire nuts are commonly used with gauge 12 and 14 wires, which make up 20 and 15 amp circuits, which is commonly what is found in homes. These yellow wire nuts are sized to allow a maximum of 3 12 gauge wires, so that should definitely be sufficient for our application here. It's really important to not oversize or undersize these wire nuts, as that could lead to the connection coming loose and having a failed connection. So I'll link some of these yellow wire nuts in the description of this video in case you need to pick up some for yourself. Please do use the correct size wire nuts. Now, after you're done, it should look something like this. Give each wiring nut a quick check to ensure that they're all snug and nothing is going to come loose. Ensure there are no exposed wires except for the portion inside of the wire nut. It is critical that the black or hot wire and the white or neutral wire do not touch, and it's critical neither touch the ground either. Once that's done, bend the wires as you see me doing here and push the switch back into the box. Reinstall the screws, and once that's done, it's time to retest the new switch. Turn back on the breaker and test out the switch. If everything was done correctly, it should work. Once you've confirmed it works, screw back on the faceplate. Some cool features of this switch are the green LED will switch from 60 minutes to 30 minutes and so on as the timer counts down. Once you're in the last minute of operation, the green LED will also start to flicker, letting you know it's about to turn off. And folks, there you have it. No more worrying about remembering to turn on or off the bathroom fan. Moisture problems are a thing of the past. Well, that's it for today's video. If you're planning to take on a project like this and want to pick up this model of switch, I've linked it in the description below. Disclaimer, I do get a slight kickback if you use this link, but it ultimately goes to supporting this channel and making more videos like this one. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and thanks for watching. This is Michael's House, signing off. Peace.